Hello and welcome to the streets of Chicago. We are here in the ARCA series for some road racing, some street course racing, in fact, on a track that I'm still pretty new to, but I actually enjoy quite a bit. I learned it not too long ago for the first time, and this will be the first time I'm bringing the ARCA car to it. But challenging course for sure, not very much room for mistakes. And one that definitely will punish you
We have
with
two
a big
laps.
hit into the
Let's get
wall
this done.
if you're not careful. So I'm feeling okay-ish on pace. I definitely don't think I'm going to be the fastest guy here, but I think I might be able to get myself a somewhat decent finish, or at least I hope so. But that's going to be very dependent on qualifying as well, because it's not going to be easy to pass without much room out here. So we need to make sure we're in front of as many people as possible. Obviously, that'll start right here in qualifying. Worked on some of my graphic settings, turned them down a bit so that way I can actually race. I also had a really good suggestion from a comment to set the priority in Task Manager for iRacing to high, which I did, which will hopefully help prevent those terrible frame drops I was getting. Though I think I heard somebody say as well that that is maybe a known bug with iRacing right now. That's just a thing that's happening, which I guess that could be true, and also these are things I needed to do anyway to help my frames and things.
Green flag, green flag.
So hopefully we'll be alright. And we really got to focus in here. First lap I'm going to try to at least get a lap in. Sorry, my throat's a bit scratchy right now. Just going to try to be smooth, get a solid lap in, and then maybe I'll push a little bit more the second lap, probably make a mistake and then have to settle for the first lap, but hopefully first lap will be okay. Alright, get around there decently enough, about a tenth off my optimal. Got to break in pretty late here. Still get good run through. Oops, a little bit too much throttle, got me a bit sideways. Maybe overdid that a little bit. Sorry, my throat. Through the Arby's section here. I swear it used to be McDonald's, didn't it? Is there an update?
The leader has just done a 128.
Maybe I'm full of nonsense. Kind of threw away the second part of that lap, but I guess it's something at least. That's about a second off my optimal. That's not quite what I was hoping for.
P2. That lap was at 129.82.
Let's see if we can get a little bit faster this lap. I would like to be a little bit closer to my optimal than that. I think we could get a lot of guys in front of us if I don't pick up the pace a little bit. I'm not sure where I lost all my time the second half of that first lap. I know I missed my marks a little bit at a couple of points, but I didn't think it was that bad. Might need to just be more aggressive with the throttle pedal. That's something that I struggle with a little bit sometimes. With road racing, qualifying specifically,
126.78.
underdriving the exits because I'm afraid of spinning the tires when there are times where I could definitely afford to get through there a little bit faster. Like there, I think I can go a bit quicker.
Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace.
Still almost like a second slower. I would like to be better than that. Okay, well that'll be better than the previous lap at least. Let's see where that brings me. That was a 129.5.
P3, you're currently...
Pay attention to the track so I don't give myself stupid incident points. I think I'll take that. That's about where I was running. My optimal's a 128.8, but that's obviously if I hit everything the best I've ever hit it in one lap. Falling to P4. Oh no. We're on the second half of the field of guys that put a lap in so far. But there's not much time left. Oh yeah, there is. There's 2.5 minutes. Oh, we're down to 5th. Oh, that's probably not going to be great. This is actually a decently strong field for a road course in a oval car. Usually you get strength of fields in the mid 1000s with these road races. But we've actually got ourselves a 2300. So we got a couple of guys in here that know what they're doing for sure. On road. I mean, look at that 126.7. That's impressive. Up there, that's like 3 seconds faster. That's not good for me. So there's definitely a lot of speed I could find out here if I were a little bit better. But I think I'm gonna just focus on being consistent, being clean. It's gonna be hard for guys to pass me unless I make a mistake, so let's try to make as few of those as possible. See what we can do. P5 right now. We are the 5 car on road iRating, so maybe that's about where we should be. We'll be jumping out here in about 1 minute. We got extended time for a road course, which is good because we needed it. About 1.5 laps here on the road. I said this in my previous video, but apologies if you were looking for any NASCAR 25 videos. I was saying that I was going to do those, but I went to record them, and I found that it was very uncomfortable. I really require the structure of these iRacing videos, I think, in order to actually make a video. Kind of made me remember that, oh yeah, I have a lot of anxiety, so that really just wasn't comfortable and wasn't really working. I tried a couple of times, and I was like, you know, there's a lot of people that are already making these videos, and they're doing a lot better than I am, so just gonna go ahead and pass. Maybe in the future I'll think about it if I find an interesting angle to do for some NASCAR 25 stuff, but for now, we're back on iRacing and qualifying P5. A lot of people did not qualify. Also, they got this new update for the entries, and it's really confusing. Like, who are you people? Who's like this 96? Why are they the number 96? Like, what am I looking at? I'm a bit confused. Why is the grid split like this? Okay, there's the number 19. He's also the number 7. Like, what is going on here? I have no idea. Like, we have 2 number 3s. I'm very confused. And, like, obviously there shouldn't be a number 88. I'm the number 5. That seems accurate in terms of, like, what my rating should be, so I really have no clue what's happening. Also, my race lab, did that crash? I don't see my race lab. Got some weird things going on here. But hopefully it'll all hold together. Gotta get into the car.
We should do okay here. We're aiming to finish in the top
next time by.
So I'm not really sure what's going on with the grid thing, but here we got the actual field. Looks like we got 15 people in this split. We're starting P5. I'm hoping we get ourselves a good race, a good clean race. I really don't know entirely what to expect here in the ARCA series on the road.
Waiting on the final
I would just like to make it to the end safely, not without making any making any mistakes. I think I would be happy if I can just do that, because I think I should be able to get a decent finish if I can prevent myself from making mistakes.
Okay, rolling start. Follow
It's the only thing I can control anyway. If we get destroyed into turn 1, it is what it is. Just don't be the one doing the destroying. It's kind of the goal here. Let's get relative up. We'll drive the streets of Chicago normal speed, I guess. Real world speed for a minute while we pace. Or looked like he was about to hit the barrier. Got close. But as the number 5 car in sports car iRating, qualifying P5, so I guess we're right in line with what we're supposed to do, even if it feels really bad to look at a 126.7 on the board. I thought I was doing decent, but 3 seconds off is wild. Sure we don't get into any of the barriers here on the narrow track.
Is this a fixed setup event?
Seems a bit late to be asking that question, but yes, of course.
I'm kind of brand new to this whole NASCAR thing. How important is like a setup in like a scenario like this to get set up compared to just baseline?
In ARCA, I wouldn't worry about it.
Interesting. I wonder if we have some normally road guys
about it.
stepping into this because it's a D-classable license requirement.
Copy that.
That's why we got some higher road series in here. That's interesting. Are they gonna turn?
And maybe not getting
there
run
for a
into on
second.
the baseline.
Yeah, that would probably help.
I don't expect that out of Tyler. That's wild.
Right. Wish the 4 would catch up to the
Good luck, y'all.
guy
Especially
up there
turn
because
one.
we're about ready to get
Be
going.
nice.
Oh, we're fine. Kind of, I guess. He's still going way wide.
Get ready, going green.
Is this going to be a first gear start? I think we're just going to do second gear. I don't think I need to go too crazy with trying to figure that out. There we're going, okay.
Great job, 10 to go. There's an incident behind. Car ride.
Incident behind, but we're not part of it at least. We are off. We are single file, so we survived the beginning of the race. I don't think there's going to be much tire saving going on. Tires didn't seem to wear at all when I was practicing, and even the tire heat didn't seem that bad.
The next car is Atom.
But of course, you don't want to tempt fate either.
Rating is 1.8.
Okay.
There's an incident behind.
More incidents behind. Gotta keep up with these guys ahead. Try not to run into any walls. Alright, and that looks like the first lap done then. We got a little bit of distance behind us, that's cool. Like to see that. Now we just gotta settle in. Don't have to think too much, don't try to push too hard, just try to run those practice laps.
There's an incident behind.
We'll finish where we finish. Right now we're P5, which is plenty good with me if we end up here. Guys ahead pulling away a little bit, but we already knew we were slower than they were.
The gap to P6 behind is now 0.9.
Down. Right. I think most of our battle is going to be with the guy behind us. Don't think we have any chance to catch the guys ahead unless they make a mistake. Which we'll try to pounce if they make a mistake, but we'll get to that if it happens. I think I got to work on managing that gap behind us. Ooh, they're wrecking back there. I just looked up, just see them wrecking. Are they gonna track block? That could be bad if they end up blocking the track.
26.63.
Looks like some guys got through. That 2 looks really fast. He did not qualify, so he's probably super duper fast and gonna be on his way. Oh wow, he's like already here, as a matter of fact, so I guess we're not gonna be finishing 5th after all. He's already here, blowing my doors off.
Car on your left. Clear.
Oh,
He gets by.
Defend your position.
Not defending my position. There was no defending that. Don't worry too much about what they're doing. I gotta focus on hitting my marks. The 1 is behind us as well.
The car ahead is lateral. Car number 2, and their rating is 4.0.
Right side.
Trying to let him by, but he's
Still there.
right behind me.
Clear on the right.
Here we go.
P7. Come on, keep pushing.
Alright, now we got a big gap behind us. Hopefully we do not have to give up any more positions. See if we can't learn something too. Watching these guys and their pace. It's like you gotta hit the wall a little bit on entry there in order to get maximum speed. Oh wow, I tried to follow how close he was to the wall there and I ended up hitting it. I don't think I have that level of precision, I guess.
One, and their rating is 4.3.
Ooh, really wide through there. That's interesting. Get a really good run. Guess that's a way to be faster. Really opening up, doing late turn-ins. Uh-oh,
The gap
ahead.
to
That's
6th
relevant to me.
place. Ahead is increasing.
Oh, it's
now
probably just a
14
wall hit though,
seconds.
isn't it? That's probably all that is. I think that triggers the incident ahead message. Alright, we're doing okay. Five seconds back to the guy behind. I think he's faster than me though, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. Those guys are going to be trying to make their way forward, I'm sure, that 1 and 2 car. I wouldn't be surprised if they get into some battles or get slowing each other down a little bit. Trying to make that happen. I don't think there's any chance that it brings them all the way back to us, though, unless there's a mistake while that goes down. I do like these wider entries. I think that's something I could really do a lot better
the
with.
next car is Hatton, car number
Wider
10,
entries. That
relicense.
probably lets
Their
you drive
rating
in
is
harder too, but I'm not
1.82.
really going to mess with that too much right now. At risk of wrecking myself. But I bet with that wider turn in, you can drive in harder. Get it slowed down and then get a good momentum run through the corner. Keep up your pace a little bit more. We might not be able to keep 7th if that 14 keeps getting closer. Not doing the greatest at keeping my pace. I really don't feel like the tires have fallen off at all, really.
You got
Off
5
distance,
laps to
fuel
go.
looks good.
You're going well. Keep at it.
I don't even feel like the tire heat has been too much of a big deal, but I'm looking at my all-time optimal, and we're not really up to snuff there. So maybe I gotta really just keep attacking. Maybe I'm getting a little bit lazy here.
The gap ahead is now 2.9 seconds.
If I can't attack these corners a little bit more, keep the pace up a little bit. It's probably the best I ever took that corner. That corner always gets me. It's always a little bit tighter than I expect through there. Alright, that lap was better. Still second off the optimal, but I think we're just generally losing a little bit
You've just done
all around of pace, so
29.76.
there should be a little bit of fall off, I assume. Unless I really am just forgetting how to drive the longer this race goes on. We're maintaining that gap a little bit better behind us, though. That's good news. It's really interesting because you get something like the Truck Series,
3.9.
and those rear tires are melting by the end of the first lap, but here I'm really not feeling much tire heat affecting the way I drive. Like, I'm pretty much full throttling these exits without too much issue. That's interesting to me. You can really put the power down. I mean, I know these don't have very much power, but it's still interesting. It doesn't wobble nearly as much as I would expect trying to get it on throttle. You can see there's a lot of fluctuation in my lap times here. That's all skill level, or lack thereof, that's causing that. The really good drivers will be able to hit close to their best every time, whereas I'm missing a bunch here and there every time around, pretty much.
I'll let you buy up on the front stretch, Andrew, if you're faster.
It almost feels like we can go around here quicker than we could at the start of the race. I don't know if maybe there's... It is shady here. I don't know if the track's cooler or what. Maybe less fuel load? Meaning you can sling these things around here better, but... It does feel like it's grippier than ever. I don't really want to test that too much, though. There's no reason to throw away what should be a solid enough finish by trying to do something too much.
2 laps to go. 2 to go.
That must be the leader all the way at the start-finish line already.
You're reeling, Hatton, in the gap.
I guess I never mentioned the changes I made only some minor ones. I moved my steering ratio 8-1. I found that I like lower steering ratios for road course racing, giving as much response to the steering wheel as I can.
2 laps remaining.
Sometimes you just really gotta crank that wheel when you're on a road course. I don't always do that the best. And then I moved my brake bias up just a tad because I was feeling a little bit unsettled during some of the bigger braking zones, and I didn't feel like I necessarily needed it that much to be lower. So I went ahead and just upped it a tiny bit. It didn't make much of a difference, but it made me feel more comfortable, so I think that's good enough of a reason. I think this is probably my worst corner out here. Never quite feel like I hit it right. And I definitely hit it wrong a number of times in practice, being that I hit the wall. That's the only thing I hit. They're actually catching the guy ahead a little bit, I think.
White flag.
But obviously, not much time left. It is the white flag coming up. We've actually pulled away from the guy behind, so feeling a little bit better about
White
the
flag,
pace I've been
last
able
lap.
to keep.
Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
I think I would just end up getting quicker and quicker the more practice I got around here. Just needs time. Learn all these different corners. I still feel like the car is turning better now than it did earlier in the race, which is weird. It's like anti-tire wear. But that again could just be me getting more comfortable too. That's not impossible. But I mean, look at this, it's probably my best sector too. Right here. For some reason I decided to just turn up the pace on this final lap for no reason. I think there really is something to me underdriving it, but I'll take it. Just wanted a solid finish. I think we got ourselves a solid enough finish. That was my best lap ever at the end there. Good race, good win.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
Got it to the 128s for the first time. How about that?
Good job. Very
So,
good job.
turns out I need to actually just try harder. I think that's what we learned here. And it looks like the 6, no big surprise, went out there and won. Although the 7 gave him a good run, 3.5 seconds back. Not too bad considering I was 29 seconds back. 6 about to come lap us. This race were a little bit longer. AJ says, y'all suck. I finished ahead of him, so see about that, but I'm sure he's just angry. There's probably some stuff that went down back there, but we got ourselves a 0x, which is pretty cool. No off tracks to find for us here. You either hit the wall or you don't. No off tracks, because the walls will keep you on the track whether you like it or not. Time to go look at the incidents. This thing's still being weird. Right. Let's adjust that angle a little bit. There we go. We know some stuff happened right at the start. Oh, I think I remember the... Unfortunately, the incidents don't work very well here. It'll show this front stretch every time. Here's what's happening into turn 1. Wow. That was interesting. So these are the guys that did not qualify. The 1 and the 2. They were very fast. 2's trying to split the middle, but he ends up just running right into the back of the 8 car, running him over. Then the 3 hits him. Might I suggest qualifying? It actually really helps with that. You don't have to worry about slower cars in front of you in that case. But it does look like there was a bit of a mess into turn 1. Thankfully we were ahead of that. The 15 going Mach speed in there, locks him up, spins out, and somehow the 14 doesn't get destroyed from it, but 15 goes for a spin. He's getting it going again. Another thing happened? Nope. This is also lap 1. The 2's just going to dump the 3. Alright. I don't know, man. He kind of just takes him out. Comes from 1,000 miles back. Like, I get you're faster, but can't just run people over. Man, I think it's going to show this for most of everybody. It really likes to show the front stretch here, so we'll try to skip through it. 15 moving along. Does he get turn 1 this time? Whoa! He does. He slides a little bit, but he does it. On attempt number 2. 14 into the wall. You could see he was skipping along there. This place crazy bumpy. Because it is just the streets of Chicago. And not an actual racetrack, so... Ooh, the 9 into the wall hard. I did that a number of times in practice. It's part of why that turn was not good for me, and that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Destroying my car like that. So there's the leader, and we're gonna see... Ooh, here's something. Oh, I remember this happened behind us. Because there we are. I remember seeing this guy get sideways or something. 12 bounces off the wall. And then the 8, unfortunately, was in the exact place to catch him in at the wrong time. They are blocking the track right here. They both exit out, though, so that was smart thinking by those guys, because that was going to end up being really bad if they just started trying to get going and blocking the whole track. Skipping ahead the start-finish line here. Attempt number 3. He does it. Look, that was perfect. See, practice makes perfect. Better every one of the first 3 laps through there. So I've got to see the 12 leaving. Nothing else going on at the moment. Here's the 1 getting past us. There was no fighting that for me. So I just held my line, let him get around me. He was putting way more throttle down there. It's like he's got an extra gear. I just don't trust myself to slam the throttle down, but I really think you can do it in this car. Even on road. Was there anything else? It looks like most guys are pretty spread out at this point. We got number 10 here. Ooh, struggling. Has a couple of bad corners. The 2 trying to find a way around. And he does so successfully. Finds a place to do it. Moving right along. Too bad they can't fix that. There's the 4 car. Getting the wall a little bit there, but he's still much faster than we are. He was in P3 at the time. I think we're probably not going to see much else. That'll probably do it for this one. We're just skipping ahead at this point, trying to find something in the midst of all these front stretch shots. So I think we're going to go ahead and move on and check out the race results page. I'll bring that up for you to see as well. I think we lost a little bit in terms of iRating, but I think we gained some safety rating, so that's a good trade-off, I feel like. There it is. So we lose 10. Sports car road iRating. It's too high anyway. But we gain 0.11 safety rating for our 0x race. Perfectly fine with me. 80 championship points. Not a huge number because of the smaller strength of field. But a solid run. I think that's about as good as I could have hoped for. That was about where my pace was. I mean, you look at 128.9, my best lap. 126.6. And remember, that was on the final lap, so I was clearly underdriving, I think. Because, like, the leader had his fastest lap 2. Like, I think I'm pretty clearly underdriving it. Probably need to throttle it up a little bit more, be a little more daring. But I feel like I've got to take my time with that. At least we didn't get 14x. That's we had a safe race, so there's that, at least. So that'll do it for this one. Thank you for watching some Chicago street course in the ARCA car. Pretty fun race to drive, even if we weren't really competing for the win. Still a good fun drive. So hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next one. Also, no frames issues. 2 thumbs up. Alright, see you in the next one.